So today is May 2nd, and the topic of today's reading from the book Affirmations for the Inner Child by Rocker Lerner is Tenacity. I can be tenacious, not stubborn. Today I know the difference between stubbornness and tenacity. When I was a child, I would hold onto a whim, no matter how silly, selfish, or dangerous it was. Unwilling or unable to let go, I would lock my jaws like a pit bull and vow to hold on till the death, even if it was my own death. To hold on because I have too much pride to let go is stubbornness, and it's a dead end. To hold on because I have faith I will succeed despite adversity and obstacles is tenacity. With no effort at all, I can take the pointless, self-destructive power of stubbornness and transform it into the positive power of tenacity. I need to be courageous and persistent to handle the difficulties life brings. So, well, yes, like in a recent reading, when we touched this subject, we have to know the difference between the things that we can change and the things that we cannot. And that is what makes all the difference, according to this reading, between being tenacious or being stubborn, right? Uh, and yes, well, it all depends on the outcome, right? Basically, right? So until the outcomes come, you can either be seen as tenacious and stubborn, right? And it all depends also on how people see you, right? Or how people see the outcome that you're seeking, right? If people think that if people think that the outcome that you're seeking might be negative, then they will call you, or unattainable, perhaps they will call you stubborn. On the other hand, if people think that there's some merits into pursuing your goal, or if it's at least attainable, then they will call you tenacious, right? So it's also a matter of how people perceive you, right? There's always a thin line, a very thin line between uh, between similar concepts, right? Where the concepts are very similar, and most of the time they depend on other people's awareness of what it is that you are being described as, right? One tool that you can use to defend yourself against those accusations, and of course it has to be based on reality, and but also you need to know the difference, the small differences between those definitions, is to actually know the difference, right? And to not, and to be aware of those things, right? And to know that people are going to attack you from one thing, but you can protect you with the other concept. Again, given that you are actually, for example, in this particular case, being tenacious and not stubborn, right? And if people want to put you down, they will accuse you of being stubborn, right? For example, if people want you not to keep pursuing your goal, then they will accuse you to be stubborn, and because you're not sure, or you're not, perhaps you're not completely right into your goal, you might think that that's true, and then, well, comply to whatever it is that they are criticizing about you, right? So again, well, it's a matter of, as long as you are right, and you realize the differences and know when to act upon a goal or not, then it might make all the difference in the world, right? Again, it all comes down to us recognizing, having the wisdom and the knowledge of when we can change something and when we cannot, right? In any case, if you like the reading, give it a thumbs up, leave any comments below, subscribe to the channel, share through social media, and as always, if Providence allows it, we will meet each other in a different day.